Welcome back. Dawson's Creek, Season 2, Part 2. So, as I explained in the previous vlog, that I finished watching the first 3 seasons of Dawson's Creek, and I just couldn't stop watching it. It was so good. I really... I never got a chance to watch the full first few seasons of it. I have very bad articulation problems. So we last left Dawson and Joey with a kiss in the end of season 1. And the first opening shot is just exactly what happens right after the kiss, and I still have my paper. Ooh, I'm classy. Dawson and Joey decide to, I don't know, try dating. Why not? Alright, so they realize these feelings. Let's try dating, they thought. So yeah. But then they go on the whole is it different than when we were friends? Of course it's fucking different. I mean, come on, you're dating. There's difference between dating and friendship. And you were up here with the dating, not the friendship over here, okay? The dating. I don't know why I'm doing this. Dating versus friendship with Joey and Dawson. It gets kind of plain, gets kind of old, gets pretty easy. And then, yeah, they're all in this lovey-dovey state until a while, but I'll get to that. Moving on to Pacey. Pacey actually gets more screen time and more storylines this season than the previous season, of course. That's because Pacey's the lovable misfit. So Pacey tries to reinvent himself and tries to get more ladies, give them frosted tips. And he meets a new girl named Andy McPhee. And funny thing, they end up dating. Yeah, but they tease the situation like, oh, you shouldn't. Andy's like, oh, you shouldn't. Why do you like those girls who only like muscles and stuff like that? Why do I still do this voice? Why the fuck do I still do this voice? Okay. Yes, so plain and simple, Andy and Pacey start dating. Andy is a new character, and she's like a very smart girl. She is very organized, and she's a goody girl, all right? She's a really goody girl. She's like more of a goody girl than Joey, and Joey's supposed to be like the goody good girl. But Joey's like the poor, Joey has okay, no. Fuck Joey. We're talking about Andy here. We are talking about Andy. So yeah, Andy's a goody girl, and she wants to have everything all perfect and whatnot. She needs everything planned out. She's organized and whatnot. There's another new character that comes in, Jack, but I'll just keep on the whole Pacey and Andy part. So Pacey and Andy start dating, right? It reveals that there's some sort of family secret that Andy and Jack both keep, but I'll get onto that in a second. Jen left off. Well, I should have said this at the end of the first video. I forgot to fucking add this, but it's true. Jen's ending storyline of season 1. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Her grandfather dies. That's it. They kill her grandfather off. And she deals with it for the first few episodes of the second season. And then, yeah. She decides that she does want Dawson. She wants Dawson back. But Dawson is dating Joey. And she doesn't know. Yeah. She struggles with if she wants to be that type of girl who goes after guys who are unavailable and whatnot. She doesn't, but she struggles with that little aspect. During which she becomes friends with the bitchiest girl in any show I've ever seen. I swear to God, this girl, I fucking would have hated her in real life if she was real. This character could just. This is the devil's spawn, this character. Her name is Abby Morgan, and she becomes friends with Jen. And she's like the bitchiest character you could ever. She does everything wrong. She sells out anyone just to make herself look good. She's bored, so she stirs trouble and shit like that. I don't know that this goes on. But she ends up becoming friends with Jen. And Jen, having really no friends other than Dawson and Joey and Pacey. And still a little bit too tough to be with friends with Dawson because of the whole... I don't know, used to be in a relationship, oh, I regret it. So they become friends for a while. So let me go back to the new characters, Andy and Jack. Let me get back to Jack. So Jack is Andy's, I think, older brother? But they live in this, they're in I think they're twins. It's never really explained, but they're probably fraternal twins, because they are in the same grade, Andy and Jack. And Jack ends up starting to wait. He becomes like a busboy at Joey's sister's restaurant, the Ice House. And for a few episodes, of course, he's like very quiet and he doesn't really talk and he's not really in development of the storylines and whatnot as much as Andy is right away. But yeah, Jack comes in a confusing time in Joey's life when Joey starts to like kind of feel weird about the relationship between her and Dawson, and it also turns into the fact that Jack kisses Joey like on the night of a full moon, and then that kind of makes her even more screwed up because she kind of likes Jack, but yet she likes Dawson, and then whatnot and this. In the end, she kind of breaks up with Dawson over Jack for Jack. Well, not for Jack right away, but they end up getting together like shortly after. And this is where the Abby Morgan character comes in. Okay, Abby Morgan. Ooh. I'm sitting. Oh God, I sound flaming. Okay, this is where Abby Morgan comes in. So Abby Morgan kind of has a little fallout with Jen, because Jen goes after a guy that Abby likes, and then Abby's like, "Hey, fuck you bitch." Yeah, and Pacey and Andy are going pretty damn strong. This is where this one episode really fucks things up. This is shortly after Joey and Jack get together. Actually, before they start dating. Abby comes to stir up trouble because she's really bored. Actually, no, it's because of a project that's due, and she uses it for her project. She finds this letter that someone wrote, and it's either Jack, Joey, Dawson. Jen, sorry, I almost forgot that. Or Andy and Pacey. Ooh, look, the 6 people. The 66 people. The 6 people. And eventually it turns out that it was Pacey who wrote it about Pacey and Andy having sex, and Pacey feeling really weird about it after, that they probably shouldn't have done it and whatnot. So she kind of revealed like all of this bitchy stuff. Like, she did it just for her project. I mean, come on. You gotta hate Abby Morgan, don't you? Another reason to hate Abby Morgan is shortly after the family secret I was talking about about Jack and Andy's family. They had a brother who was killed in a car accident. It was thanks to their own mother. Yeah, he died, but their mother has been really screwed up. Okay, I shouldn't say screwed up, but her mental health is a constant issue. Like, her mental health is a constant issue, and it's very horrible. And she has, like, episodes where, okay, not in the show, like, I'm like, explaining this in real life. I had an explanation when someone has an episode, like, let's say I would have an episode where, oh, all this manic shit happened for me, or to me, and stuff like that, right? And, yeah. So, Abby reveals that in probably the worst place ever to reveal that, in front of the whole student body at a school election. And I see that scene when I watched it, I wanted to I fucking cried. I really cried. I bawled. I was like, Abby Morgan, how the hell could you do that? Right? How could Abby Morgan do something like that? She is a cruel, cruel person. And then, yeah. Where am I? I'm sorry, I've gotten too much. So, a few episodes later, it reveals that it's not only Andy who has the mental health issues, that it's sort of hereditary in a way. She has different mental health issues too that she has to address, that she might have to take pills for. I'm not entirely sure if it was bipolar disorder, because they never really diagnosed it in the show and whatnot. Yeah, she ends up getting like medication and stuff, so she's good for a while. And then, out of nowhere, this pops up. I mean, like, Joey and Jack are like going pretty damn good, right? You think Jack really likes Joey and whatnot? You think he's going, oh my God, it's raining really heavy outside.